Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to take a look at the iOS Android 14, which is a de-googled and privacy-focused OS for our Galaxy S8, the S8 Plus, and the Galaxy Note 8. So, without wasting any more time, let's take a look at it. So guys, this is iOS 2.8 and this is Android 14 version of the iOS. So let's move into settings about phone. Moving down Android version, and you can see it is based on Android 14. The iOS version you can see 2.8. This is a 27th February build, which is the latest build for our Galaxy S8, and you have 1 February 2025 security patch with it. So guys, let's start with the lock screen. So this is the lock screen. You can see standard AOSP lock screen. So moving inside the home screen, we don't have a dedicated home screen here. We get just straight into the app drawer. Now this is like iOS. You can see even the icons resemble a bit like iOS, and all of the icons you can see we get all the stock apps. We do not get anything from Google. Also microG has been pre-built, and this is the dock, this is the camera. The camera is OpenG, and we're going to talk about the camera later, but let's take a look at other aspects of the EOS too. Now if you swipe right from the home screen, you get this small dashboard kind of stuff. You can see it's a widget space. You can call that as a widget space. You can see you have some suggestions, you have your widgets, you can see advanced privacy, you have a weather widget, and you can add some more widgets. You can see you can add all the widgets which you get normally. You can place it on the home screen. You can add it here. You can see if I add a Spotify widget, it will just appear it like this, and if you log in, you will get your song info. You can pause your song, resume, and you can forward or go backward and change songs. So this is a very nice space for the widgets. For installing apps, we get an app launch. I can see this is how the app launch, or you can call the app store, similar to the Play Store, not the Apple App Store. And you have your apps, you have categories, you can see gaming and applications, then you have updates. So for all the updates, you can check this tab and it will let you update it easily. So if there is an update available, you can do it from here. I've installed certain apps which you can see, which is the Instagram, Google Maps, Gmail. It also has the Nothing X for the earbuds, Nothing earbuds. And then we have Spotify, YouTube. I have installed all these apps. A lot of apps are there. Now if you're talking about banking apps and some certain apps which are restricted to some specific region or a country, then you might have some difficulties getting those apps. But if there's an APK available of that app, and you have that access which are not based on the Google services framework, and which do not want the services framework to be installed in this here, you can use those certain apps, and you can use microG to allow them to be used on your EOS. So guys, it comes with a default camera, the camera 2. You can see this is the camera which is based on open camera. So you have these options. This is the camera UI. It will just turn into landscape mode when you landscape your device, change the orientation. Then you can see video mode. You have this QR mode, which is scan QR code. So this is also a good option here. Then you have settings, and you can see you can configure a lot of settings. If you have used open camera, you know what settings these are, and you can easily configure photo, video settings. You can also change frames, you can change the quality, you can change the format. A lot of stuff is in here. You can also see the video bit rate, you can see battery check, flash while recording video. So these are all of the advanced options which you can get into this camera app. Now guys, let's move into the settings. So this is the settings UI, pure AOSP UI, and we do get some colorful icons. You can see we have system updates, not supported at the moment, but yeah, if it is supported, you can easily update through that, and you can manually install it for now through TWRP. Then you can see all the icons are colorful, and we get matching icons to whatever that is on the menu right there. Then we have advanced privacy, parental control, and your normal system setting stuff. You can see we have touchpad, status bar, system profiles. microG is pre-built as I said earlier, and we have the gestures tab too. Now guys, let's take a look at the settings overview. Let's explore each setting. So these are the apps, and you can set default apps. You can see all the default apps. Let's go back. Okay, here are the default apps, and you can see the stock apps which are pre-built. All FOSS So there is no like there are no Google apps pre-installed. Then we have Cloud Media app, and if you have a similar app or website, you can choose that. Then we have app battery usage and special app access built in here. So you can see there are some options you can control. The core system options which are necessary sometimes if you want to install like unknown apps, then you have to you know give permissions to the specific service so that it can install unknown apps from the source. Now let's move into the battery tab. So inside the battery tab, you get similar AOSP like UI, and you can see all the battery graph. You can see after you have used the phone a lot of times, then you can see we have battery light, the LED light options. You can configure that easily. Then going back, you have battery information. You can check the information. The design capacity and maximum capacity is not available right now. I don't know why. But yeah, you also do get fast charging. You can disable it if you want to increase the lifespan of your battery. Now inside sound and vibrations, you can see you get your basic options, but you also do have Dolby Atmos. So you can configure that. You can see enable, and you have all these profiles which you can select accordingly whatever you are going to do, like music, movie, gaming. There are 3 game profiles. I'm not sure how, but you can check that. You have spatial audio and voice too. Now let's take a look at the display and wallpaper options. So first, moving into display, you can see you have brightness, lock screen options, and you can also configure all of this stuff. We have ambient display, and you also do get always on display, and you can see always on display works fine. Then moving down, moving back first, you can see lock screen timeout. We have dark theme, and we also do get pure black theme, but the pure black theme does not get applied to the settings UI, but it gets applied to the quick settings. We also do get night light and live display, and in here you can see we have display mode, reading mode, color calibration, and you can also reduce power consumption by enabling this option. Going down below, we have double tap to wake, we have high touch sensitivity, and you can also choose some VR options. So you can see double tap to wake is working fine, and also tap to sleep on the status bar, the home screen obviously is also working fine, and you can see the AOD which looks beautiful. Inside wallpaper and style, you can see you can change wallpapers just by clicking here. You get a lot of on device wallpapers. That's what I love about EOS. You get stock wallpapers, and it has a variety of wallpapers. You have patterns, you have these designs, some really colorful the neon colors which have been added, and really warm patterns. You can see the designs are really great for any device. So if you have an AMOLED device, you can set some darker wallpapers like this red one, and the one which I've set which has that line. It looks really nice. You can see even the lock screen and the home screen behind the apps. You also do get icons customization, which you can configure through here, and then we have a lot of options. So if you're bored with the regular icons, you can change it through here. And we do get some more secure options like advanced privacy, and you can see we have app trackers, and you can configure this. You get this dashboard. Then we have geolocation, and we also do get a real IP address, and you can also hide your IP address. You can see from these apps. I don't know for like up to which amount it works, but yeah, you guys can try this for sure. And you guys also do get the parent control, which you can activate through here, and you can see you can choose age group. Let's select this, and yeah, you can set password, and you can also configure some more options later which you can check that out, and you can make sure your child uses the phone securely, and you know what I mean. And guys, all the other options are inside the settings. You can see button customization. Then going back, we have status bar options. You can see all the Lineage OS options are present here, as this is based on Lineage OS. Then you have touchpad options. Then you have microG. You can configure that. I have logged in my Google account. If you want to check, you can see. And going down below, we have gestures. You can also use navigation buttons, 3-button and 2-button navigation. Everything is present. And yep, some mobile device management. If you know what you're doing, only proceed with the options if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, just don't get into any of the stuff. Let's go back. Sorry about that. And lastly, you have this option to unified push. If you know what you're doing, you can enable that and get that feature. to be experienced. And guys, that was it for iOS Android 14 on our Galaxy S8, S8 Plus and the Galaxy Note 8. So if you want a de-googled, privacy focused, if you want microG default, if you are a microG user, and if you don't want Google services to track you down, or if you want an ad-free experience, then you can surely try the iOS on your Galaxy S8. If you hit the Play Store, if you want apps but don't want Google framework services to get your information or data out of your phone, so yeah, you can do that for real. And that's it guys for the video. If you want to install this, you can just easily clear the data, factory reset your device and install the EOS zip. That's how easy it is. And for an installation procedure, you can check out the description for all the guide through the links and everything. So that's it guys. I hope you guys like the video. If yes, press the like button. If not, the dislike button. Subscribe to the channel for more videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Till then, bye bye guys and take care.